blessings, it had to be. Mixed blessings, you and me. Mixed blessings, I need you day and night. It's black and white. Mixed blessings, it had to be. Mixed blessings, you and me. Mixed blessings, I need you day and night.
Right, the trifles are done. I'll sort out plates and things with Aunt Dorothy. You two can get the sausages ready.
Hey, I'm an engineer. I don't do kitchen work.
You want a housewarming party? You contribute. Is that all the drink you got?
Oh, there's plenty there.
Not the way your friends put it away.
Oh, I've seen your friends knock it back.
Well, it doesn't seem enough for 20 people.
You've actually got 22 names on this list, and I'm a little hurt to see my name isn't on it.
Ah, that's because you've got the wrong list. Your name's on this list.
What's that list then?
This is the black list.
I see. You're going to put all the whites in the lounge, all the blacks in the kitchen.
No, that's the list of the people we want to come, and this is the list of the people we don't want to come. And here's your name, right at the top. Winston, it says.
I think that comes under the heading of discrimination.
We didn't send you one. We assumed you'd be here. You always are.
A sister of mine. Now, I would have liked a formal invitation, requesting the pleasure of Winston Lambert and friend.
Hey, where'd you get all this and friend from?
Oh, well, that's the way it's done in the very best of circles. If you're not married, it says, and friend or and guest, or Winston Lambert +1. I happen to know a very foxy young lady who's not so much a +1 as a +2.
Yeah. Well, these aren't the best circles, and we haven't got room for odd people.
No, she's not odd. She's even all the way down.
We are not bringing a guest, and that is final.
Okay. I understand the situation. I mean, I appreciate the problem. I just want you to know that when the revolution comes, you're gonna be the first to go.
Let him bring her. One more isn't going to make any difference.
No, all right, then. What's she like?
Let me put it like this. When she steps off the curb, the traffic stops.
Hey, she's a lollipop lady.
Oh, that's a great word to describe her.
Oh, I'm looking forward to meeting her.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Oh, Mrs. Beasley, Thomas and Susan are having a party tonight, so there'll be quite a lot of people coming and going.
Oh, will they be mixed?
Yes, 19 whites, 7 blacks, and 4 in between.
7 black. Yes, I'll count them.
Good. And if you get it right, you win a prize. Give it to me again.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, hello, Auntie.
Hello.
I was just coming up.
Auntie?
I have a few phone messages for you. I feel like an answering service. Now, Jenny and Philip can make it after all.
Oh, good.
And a gentleman named Teddy called to say he's sorry he can't get here, but he did ask me to marry him.
That sounds like Teddy.
What's he like?
25, rich, handsome, and black.
Oh, well, that rules that out. 25 is far too young. Desmond will be delighted to be here.
Desmond? I don't know any Desmond.
Neither do I.
Oh, I shouldn't worry. When someone you don't know walks through the door, you just say, Desmond. Both your parents called to accept.
Oh, no.
Yes. I wondered if it was wise to ask them.
Well, we had to ask them, but it was very difficult sending an invitation saying you're very welcome. Please don't come.
Well, let's hope they don't get into one of their usual discussions. With the guests divided roughly half and half, we might have a few assegais flying around.
What's an assegai?
It's a spear Zulu warriors used to throw at the white trespassers.
Especially ones that married their daughters.
Well, Dad isn't a Zulu warrior. He's an insurance agent.
But he does throw a pretty good spear.
Oh, and Phyllis Danby says she'll try and make it, but she may be a little late.
No.
You didn't ask Phyllis Danby, did you?
Well, of course I did.
Tom, that'll be very embarrassing.
What's embarrassing about Phyllis?
She's one of his ex-fancy women.
Well, she was also your ex-roommate.
She was very nearly your ex-roommate. Our first romantic meeting was him coming round to ask me to move out so he could move in with Phyllis.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in Phyllis. It was the room I was after.
Ah, don't give me that. You fancied her like mad.
No, it was just a casual friendship.
Well, that's not what she used to say when she came in from one of your dates.
Oh? Well, what did she used to tell you? Well, not that there was anything to tell. Well, nothing to get excited about anyway.
Yeah, she did say it was nothing to get excited about.
Oh, charming. Well, when she comes, you can compare notes and see if I've improved.
The point is, she was very annoyed when I won and moved in with you.
Well, you can't drop an old girlfriend just because you get married.
Really? I should have thought that was just the time to drop her.
Supposing I invited one of my boyfriends. I had a few, you know.
Yeah, but they'd never get past Mrs. Beasley.
That's true. She's only expecting 7. Are you coming up to borrow some of my cutlery and stuff?
Yes. You two get the sausages ready and get it right this time.
Oh, don't worry, I can manage. You know, I think you women exaggerate the difficulty with cooking.
Yes, like you did with the chips. I left some chips in water to keep them fresh, and he boiled them. Ever had a boiled chip?
I'm not the galloping gourmet. I don't interfere. If they're in a saucepan, they stay in a saucepan.
Yes, that's true, because that's what you did with the frozen peas. Left them in the packet.
What are you complaining about? The packet tasted better than the peas.
Oh, come on, Susan. I think even Thomas can cope with sausages.
You know, this is going to be a novel experience for me. The only time I ever get let in the kitchen is to do the washing up.
Oh, Mrs. Wilson, I just wanted a word.
Mrs. Beasley, you are always in the passage. Why don't you move your bed out here? Then I could let your flat to someone else.
No, only I was wondering, will the black people be drinking?
I sincerely hope so. There's nothing worse than being white and drunk and talking to somebody black and sober.
Oh. Only I wasn't sure what they are like when they have had a drink. You know.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you care to sit on the stairs, I'll send a few out to you. Or would you prefer them one at a time?
Oh, no. As long as it's all right. Only one reads so much, doesn't one?
Why don't you try reading less?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Right.
What are those?
Trifles.
Ah, so those must be the sausages. Catch on fast?
Oh, I'm lucky to have you with me.
Right, so what do we do?
Well, we put the sausages in the oven ready for cooking later on.
Right.
Winston, why don't you just go and take a walk?
I can't take a walk, I'm black.
Hey? What's that got to do with it?
When you're black, if you take anything, they say you stole it.
Oh, brilliant.
They're all joined together. Sure, these are ripe.
You don't know a lot about sausages, do you?
Listen, when you're 19 and cool, you eat sausages. You don't get involved with them.
You cut them apart, one by one, and then prick them with a fork.
A fork? What for?
So they don't explode.
You got lethal sausages? You're right, they might explode. Irish pork sausages.
Mixed blessings, it had to be.
Hello. So far, so good. Looks like a nice party.
Yeah, our very first.
Everyone seems to be getting on fine. Hey, how's the food?
Don't worry, it's all under control. Here comes Winston with his +2.
Thomas, Susan, I'd like you to meet Karen.
Hello, Karen.
Hello. Delighted to meet you. He's told me so much about you.
I'd say more like +4. Would you care for a drink?
Well, there's only wine, or there are soft drinks if you prefer.
Karen could drink you under the table.
Oh, but I don't always need a drink to get under the table.
+6.
Stay cool.
He said, stay cool, you're sweating.
Yeah, it's the nearness of you. I need a drink.
Hey there! It's all aglow, isn't it? I mean, like in the midst of squalor and degradation, we are an oasis. We three are the only hope left in the world.
Thank you. I'm Mrs. Simpson, Thomas's mother. This is my husband.
You mean he's the father?
Well, of course I'm the father.
Oh, that is beautiful. That is a beautiful thought. I mean, it's so rare nowadays.
Thank you.
Doesn't matter. I mean, the world is a balloon, yeah? We're all hanging on, you know, like sliding down the sides. Can you hear the screeching? Clinging with our nails. And we are sliding. Don't bite your nails.
I don't.
No, neither do I.
That is beautiful. Hey, listen, would you care to slide off with me? You are beautiful. You know, I've always been attracted to older women. I am what you might call...
Stoned out of your tiny little mind. Thank you, Michael.
Hey, man, I mean, you know, it's my passport to the understanding of life.
You want to understand life? Read a book.
Hey, you've murdered it! Murderer! Look, Mrs. Simpson, you are a beautiful and noble lady, yeah? But I do not like the children you breed. Only you could breed a murderer.
What's that all about?
A funny cigarette, Mum.
Do you mean one of those married things?
One of those.
Well, of course, a lot of them do, you know. Obviously not Thomas. Do you?
Well, I've tried it, but I prefer beer.
Yes. But I must say there's some very strange people around.
Hello. Lovely party, Tom. Lovely people. Well, much too good for you. But the decor does suit you, Tom. Very tacky. Oh, yeah. If you're looking for business, I can't afford your prices. Tell him he needs a good interior decorator.
Malcolm, darling.
Oh, it's George from Gerrard's Cross.
Don't you know any normal people?
What was the matter with him? He wasn't smoking anything.
Interior decorator. Well, you know, one of those. Isn't he?
Yeah. Only if you understand that if he's one of those, that makes you one of them.
Do you mean he's a... Really? Well, what's he doing here?
Oh, he looks as if he's enjoying himself. Look, he happens to be one of my best friends.
What?
Oh, don't worry, not that good. Look, you don't have to approve of them. I mean, I never approved of that Mr. and Mrs. Horton you're always having over.
Oh, that's ridiculous. The Hortons are my dearest friends.
He has got a point, though. I could never stand them either.
Pardon me? Have you seen Susan around?
Yes. She's over there in the corner, right on the other side of the room.
Oh, thank you.
Such a handsome boy. What a waste. How do you do?
Phyllis!
Oh, hello, Thomas.
So glad you could make it. Let me take your shawl.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. You really did make it, didn't you? Come and say hello to Susan. Susan, Phyllis is here.
Oh, hello, Phyllis.
Hello, Susan.
Oh, hello, Phyllis. I didn't realise you were married.
Who's married?
Oh, don't look at me. After my time.
Oh, this isn't Thomas's. Oh, gracious, no. No, I never looked on Thomas as the marrying kind. No, this is Derek's. I think.
Oh, good old Phyllis, you haven't changed a bit. Well, maybe here and there.
Oh.
Come and meet everybody.
Yeah, I'll go and put your shawl in the bedroom.
Oh, thank you, Dora. Yeah.
Whoops. It's here somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is.
Karen wants a lighter. Can't remember what kind of coat she was wearing.
Try again.
Karen and I are conducting an in-depth voluntary study into segregation.
Yeah, well, this is an integrated party. Go and join it. It's impolite of you to leave everyone just to satisfy your immoral desires.
You used to. With my sister.
Yeah, and look where that got me. An old married man.
That's the trouble with people. They get married, they get morals.
It's purely platonic.
Oh, yeah, it may have been platonic, but it certainly wasn't pure.
Oh, well, the night is young.
Plus 10? Oh, get out, you fool!
Right on, brother. It's a right grand do, is this, isn't it?
Oh, Mum, Dad, this is Phyllis.
Hello.
Hello.
Phyllis and I used to share a room at college. You know, till I moved in with Thomas.
Yes, I thought it was going to be simply awful when Susan ran off with Thomas. But then Donald moved in, so it all worked out.
Oh, good. No, it wasn't Donald. I thought it was Peter.
No, Donald moved in, then we had the row, and Lester came. Then when Lester left, what's his name moved in? What was his name?
Oh, Roger.
No, Roger never actually moved in. It was oh, you know, that sort of tall fellow with a funny moustache.
You actually lived with a man and you can't remember who he was?
Well, I'd know if I saw him, of course.
Of course, yes.
Dennis, that is it, Dennis.
Oh, that's a relief.
Yes. Then Peter came after Dennis. Now, he was off this week, but he didn't stay long.
Oh, what a shame.
No, because if Peter hadn't have left, I wouldn't have met Derek, and he's still there.
Derek is still there.
Oh, really? I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
Tell me, wouldn't it have been easier for you in a hotel?
Your husband must be very understanding.
Oh, yes, he must. Otherwise, I wouldn't marry him. You see, I don't believe in one man, one...
Woman?
Yes. No, you see, I think one should sort of play the field.
Looks like a record entry for the race.
You see, marriage is such an important step. I really believe that a relationship between a man and
a woman?
Yes, should be permanent.
Yes, you could have fooled me.
Marriage is such an important step, and so many are ruined because people don't get to know each other well enough before it's far too late.
Or in your case, possibly too early.
Phyllis is a maths graduate. She believes in doing everything by trial and error.
Oh, really?
Come and meet Jeremy.
Oh, do you think I should?
I just wanted you to realise what a good girl I was.
Oh, the Simpsons. Here we go, boys.
Hello.
Doesn't anyone ever have a normal conversation around here, like, hello, how's the weather? Everybody's so intense.
Weird is the word. I just don't understand them.
I've just had a lecture from some young man about the plight of the Outer Mongolian musk ox.
No, what about it?
Well, apparently it's becoming extinct. I never even knew it was there in the first place.
Well, I suppose our parents thought we were weird when we were young. I remember my father saying Glenn Miller was a load of trash.
Yes. And I remember having a big craze on corduroy trousers that whistled when you walked.
Yes, we used to wear those. They were just harmless fads. I remember we all went mad on pipes, trying to look manly.
Yes, I remember you trying to look manly. Let's get another pipe.
Well, I'm just saying that you can't disapprove of what they do simply because you never did it.
Well, you don't mean to say that you condone all this? I just don't understand you women.
Well, you don't understand women, you don't understand the younger generation, you certainly don't understand black people. What do you understand?
Yes, that only leaves you Basil Brush and the Magic Round.
I'm simply saying that I don't understand Thomas. These are not his type of people.
Are you saying they're Susan's type?
Well, if you like them, you can have them.
I'll have you know that Susan never knew any of these people before she met your Thomas.
Well, you don't honestly think that Thomas is responsible for all the...
Hold it. Now, this is supposed to be a party. Now, no arguing.
I was just asking, where did you find all these people?
Well, they're just people you pick up along the way.
Well, it looks as if that's where you found them. I mean, these people, Thomas, are just not your type. I mean, what happened to that Malcolm chappie you used to know at school? Damn good rugby player, fine cricketer, well-mannered. Whatever happened to him?
Yeah, he's doing very well. He's just got his Oxford Blue at rugby. He could be playing for England this year, and he's just had a county trial at cricket.
Yes, well, there you are, you see. That's the sort of chappie you should have here.
Well, he is here.
What?
Malcolm, come and say hello to Mum and Dad.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Simpson, Mr. Simpson.
Yes, well, we're just leaving.
So, we're going down the pub for a beer. Care to join me?
Why are you leaving?
Oh, the booze has run out, dear.
I told you didn't order enough.
Never mind. We can all go down to the pub and then come back here to eat.
The sausages!
Oh,
Everybody down the pub. More booze and a packet of crisps.
burnt to a cinder. And what's that?
Would you believe melted trifle? They should taste delicious through a straw.
Oh, you're useless. You've burnt the sausages and ruined the trifle.
Yeah, but I still love you, and 1 out of 3 isn't bad.
Our first party, what are we going to do?
Know anything you can do with a burnt sausage? Don't answer that. Let's go down the pub.
We'll see you down there, folks.
Yes.
Are you the last?
Yes. Why?
Only there are 2 black people unaccounted for.
You mean you actually counted them?
Well, yes.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine.